Welcome back. A man sleeping in a stolen SUV was woken up by the Moses Lake police as they arrested him for possession of stolen property. The black 2001 Chevrolet Suburban was reported stolen from the owner in Boardman, Oregon, according to Moses Lake Police Captain Dave Sands. A police officer found the SUV parked at Cascade Park at 1:35 a.m. on July 11th. He noticed recent damage to the passenger side of the Suburban and checked on the license plates. It was reported stolen. Richard Baxter, a 23-year-old man, was arrested for possession of stolen property. The law enforcement agency in Morrow County, Oregon, investigating the theft, was notified and the SUV towed from the park. A Quincy woman and 2 children were hurt when a car allegedly following too closely rear-ended their pickup on Tuesday evening. Maria Diaz-Morfin, a 33-year-old Quincy resident, was driving a red 1999 GMC pickup truck west on State Route 28. She stopped to make a left turn about 5 miles east of Quincy when she was rear-ended. According to the Washington State Patrol, Tyler Whitehorn, a 27-year-old Wenatchee resident, was driving a blue 2007 Honda Accord when he reportedly rear-ended the pickup. Inside the pickup, a 9-year-old girl, a 1-year-old girl, and Diaz-Morfin were injured during the collision. They were taken to the Quincy Valley Medical Center for treatment, according to the State Patrol. Whitehorn was not injured. The State Patrol issued Whitehorn a ticket for following too closely. They claim it was the reason for the collision. Moses Lake plans to temporarily stop transporting patients between hospitals. The City Council agreed to work with the American Medical Response to handle taking patients who don't need a paramedic or a doctor riding with them between hospitals. City officials expect to complete an agreement with the private ambulance service at a special meeting on Monday. The change comes as the council began examining whether to end the service. The EMS Task Force, a group of firefighters, city council members, and other community members suggested ending the service because it takes the city's paramedics away from the city. They suggested it costs the city in maintaining equipment and other services. Interim City Manager Gilbert Alvarado said firefighters are presently working overtime to cover 2 open positions. A Sunland Estate store was destroyed in fire. Grant County Fire District 3 firefighters arrived at roughly 4 a.m. on Wednesday morning to find Captain Ron's Sunland store burning. Assistant Chief Tony Liebelt said roughly 20 firefighters spent about an hour putting out the fire. The fire destroyed a large boat in the garage and 4 apartments located above the store. 2 of the apartments were being rented at the time and 1 was occupied. A woman was in one of the apartments when the fire started. Liebelt said she escaped the fire but did not stay to be examined by emergency personnel. The outside of a nearby building was damaged by the fire. The Grant County Fire Marshal's office is investigating the cause of the fire. In Northwest news, an open beer now sits as a permanent fixture on top of a bar in Tacoma. It's a tribute to the fallen U.S. troops. The addition to the Buffalo Wild Wings bar started with a quiet, compassionate conversation. For KCPQ, Jamie Tompkin reports.
I like making mojitos, Jack and Cokes, I like pouring beer.
Every good bartender knows the key to success isn't just a good pour.
I'm a good listener.
It's about lending an ear and making a connection.
So they open up and they can get what they want to tell you out.
Brian Avey did just that on Thursday here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Tacoma.
A lady came in and she ordered 2 beverages, and I said that we only can do 1 due to like liquor laws and stuff. And then she explained to me that the Corona was for her brother who had fallen in Iraq. So she sat here with the Corona and had her lunch with the Corona sitting there.
When it came time to close out the tab, Brian explained the Corona was on the house. And so the mystery woman left behind this note reading, "Thank you. An act of kindness goes a long way, and it means a lot to me. Signed, Grateful Soldiers."
I just couldn't dump out a fallen soldier's beer. I mean, if someone else wanted to do it, they could, but I wasn't going to be the one.
After reading that, Brian made a decision.
If he could give his life for this country, we can give that beer a permanent place at the Buffalo.
With his manager's permission, he placed the Corona next to an American flag on display at the bar.
He said, it's fine, leave it there and just put a fresh lime in it every morning.
He took a picture of the beer and receipt, sharing it on Facebook.
A couple hours into the night, it was at 100 likes, and I was like, whoa, crazy.
That simple act of kindness has been shared nearly 100,000 times, and the calls began pouring in. People from all around the world saying thank you.
Each star is a different city.
Loyal customers couldn't agree more.
Real simple thing that makes a lot of people happy.
And so here the beer sits.
That beer's staying here. We're not getting rid of that beer.
With a fresh lime and an even more refreshing message.
That beer is for a fallen soldier who protected our country.
Who wouldn't toast to that?
Think about someone else's pain might be a little more than what you're dealing with at the time. And I don't even know how much pain she was in. It just felt like the right thing to do.
That's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.